The backup quarterback situation for the Minnesota Vikings is an absolute disgrace. Has been the case since 2019. Add Kellen Mond to the mix, it's all the same. In life, when you're going through tough times, whether it's stress, money problems, in and out of work, it's easy to think that this is a unique situation for you. It hits harder because it happens to you. No one else in the world understands what it is that you're going through. Understandable, but it's not a unique situation. It's very commonplace. And then I look at the QB2 situation for the Vikings and I realize, no, this is unique. In fact, the Vikings are all alone when it comes to bumassery at backup quarterback. I went ahead and legit looked at the backup quarterback spots for all 32 teams. The Vikings are easily the worst. In fact, I don't even think it's a hot take to say that the backup quarterback for Minnesota, whoever it's going to be, the backup quarterback for Minnesota would be the worst QB3 in the league right now. Neither Sean Mannion or Kellen Mond, what we've seen so far, belong on an NFL roster. The only thing that's been a saving grace for this team is that the Vikings have an Iron Man at quarterback in Kirk Cousins, to where the only reasons he were to miss games is by benching him at the end of the regular season after clinching a playoff spot, or in the case of last year, COVID. But if COVID were to strike again this regular season, or if he were to get hurt, the Vikings have an insurance policy on their expensive car that will leave them high and dry when they really need them. When their car gets broken into or stolen, or they get into an accident that's not their fault, you frantically call the insurance company only for them to be nowhere to be found. Opposite of when you called in the first place to purchase a policy, the sales agent, they'll pick up right away. But when shit hits the fan, you really need them? Send the voicemail. We've been so spoiled by Cousins' durability, Vikings organization, and we as Vikings fans, we've been spoiled by Cousins' durability to where if he goes down and this team has to rely on the next quarterback up to keep this team alive, it's over. We know about Mannion, but Kellen Mond yesterday against San Francisco, zero pocket awareness, didn't look comfortable at all stiff up in the shoulders, throwing up prayers the equivalent of a Carlton Banks buzzer beater attempt, sailing either out of bounds or into the hands of Niners defenders. This is a third-round pick going into his second year that we're talking about. It doesn't help that you've got guys like Zach Davison who look like he played with cooking oil sprayed on his gloves. By the way, don't ever talk about Zach Davison again. The only thing worse than the tight end depth is the depth at quarterback for this team. There's been nothing from Mond to suggest, there's some promise here. The experiment known as the backup quarterback competition has been a dud. Sign anybody, and I mean anybody from the outside. Drive around in the city, hopefully with better insurance than the Vikings QB2 right now. Anybody that you see at the local park throwing the pigskin, bring them in for a workout, because you cannot, and I can't stress this enough, you cannot get worse than what you have right now.